What if the person you're praying for is already in your life, but you're overlooking them? You've probably been here before, asking God for clarity about love. You meet someone new, and suddenly every little thing feels like a sign. They text you at the right time, they smile in a certain way, and you wonder, Lord, is this the one? Or maybe you've been waiting for years, watching others enter relationships while you remain single, questioning if God has forgotten you. It's confusing, emotional, and sometimes even discouraging. One of the biggest mistakes people make is treating love like a puzzle of hidden signs instead of a vocation rooted in truth. In Catholic teaching, marriage is not just about feelings, it is a sacrament, a visible sign of God's grace. The Church teaches that marriage reflects Christ's love for His Church, a love that is sacrificial, faithful, and life-giving. The Bible reminds us in 1 Corinthians 13, 4-7, love is patient, love is kind, it bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. Notice, this isn't about butterflies or coincidences, it's about character. Sometimes we chase emotional highs and ignore spiritual peace. We look for dramatic signs, but God often speaks in quiet consistency. In fact, in 1 Kings 19, 11-12, God wasn't in the wind, the earthquake, or the fire, but in a gentle whisper. Another truth, God's will is not a trap. He's not hiding the one from you like a secret test. Catholic doctrine emphasizes free will and cooperation with grace. God guides, but He doesn't force. This means discovering your future spouse is less about decoding secret messages and more about becoming the right person and recognizing authentic love when it appears. Also, beware of confusing infatuation with discernment. Just because something feels strong doesn't mean it's from God. As Proverbs 3:5 says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding." So how do you actually know who God has for you? Here are key signs rooted in Scripture and Catholic teaching. First, they lead you closer to God, not away from Him. A God-centered relationship will deepen your faith. You'll pray more, not less. You'll grow in virtue. As Ecclesiastes 4:12 says, "A cord of 3 strands is not quickly broken. That third strand is God." Second, there is peace, not chaos. God is not the author of confusion. 1 Corinthians 14:33. While no relationship is perfect, there should be an underlying sense of peace, not constant anxiety, insecurity, or emotional turmoil. Third, their love reflects sacrifice, not selfishness. In Catholic teaching, love is willing the good of the other. Look for someone who serves, forgives, and chooses you even when it's hard. As Christ says in John 15:13, "Greater love has no one than this, to lay down one's life for his friends." Fourth, you are both moving towards holiness. The ultimate goal of marriage isn't just happiness, it's sainthood. A future spouse should challenge you to become better, not enable your weaknesses. Fifth, wise counsel affirms the relationship. God often speaks through others. Trusted friends, family, and spiritual mentors can help confirm what you may not see clearly. Proverbs 11:14 reminds us, "In the multitude of counselors there is safety." Sixth, it aligns with God's commandments and the Church. If a relationship leads you into sin or away from the teachings of the Church, it is not from God, no matter how strong it feels. Authentic love always aligns with truth. Finally, remember this. Discernment takes time. Even in Catholic spirituality, discernment involves prayer, patience, and testing the fruits of a relationship. As Jesus says in Matthew 7:16, "You will know them by their fruits." Here's the twist. The clearest sign of who God has for you might not be about them at all. It might be about who you are becoming. Are you growing in patience, kindness, and faith? Are you trusting God's timing instead of rushing ahead? Because sometimes the reason you haven't recognized the one is that God is still forming you into the person who can love rightly. And what if the person you've been praying for is also praying for someone like you? If this message spoke to you, take a moment today to pray, not just for your future spouse, but for your own heart. Ask God to guide your desires, shape your character, and prepare you for a love that reflects Him. And if you want more faith-centered guidance like this, Don't forget to subscribe and stay connected. Your journey to love, purpose, and God's plan is just beginning.